All right, Jamie here, and welcome back to the Bitten by a Kitten Rescue YouTube channel. This is Miss Janet. She's part of the Threes Company crew. We have Janet, Jack, and Chrissy, but she just wanted to be held, so I thought I would let her be a part of this video. Today we're going to talk about flea treatment, right? What kind of flea treatment is right for each kitty at each age stage, and how to go about doing a dawn bath. So, let's get to it. The most common form of flea treatment is topical. There's Cheriston, Frontline, and Advantage that you can get at your regular store. There's also Bravecto and Revolution that you can get through your vet. However, each kitten must be at least 2 pounds before you attempt to use any sort of product like this. Now, while keeping your cats flea-free keeps the pests off their body and out of your home, it also keeps them free of anemia and intestinal parasites. Yep, fleas can actually lead to tapeworm. Now, I've seen so many cases where people get super stressed out because they see fleas and they're like, oh my God, what do I do? So they go to their cabinet and the first thing they find is some dog flea shampoo or some dog flea treatment. And they're like, yeah, I'll use this. And that is the worst thing you can possibly do. I cannot stress enough the need to make sure that you're using something specifically designed for cats. Ultimately, using any sort of dog flea treatment can lead to death. I've seen it, I've had to handle it, and I highly recommend that for the safety of the kitten, you just wait until you can get a hold of something for a kitten. Now, what happens if the kitten is under 2 pounds, right? That's where we go and do the dawn bath. So I'm going to show you what supplies you need and how to set up. I've got a dish bin right here to wash the kitten in. I'm going to fill that up with nice warm water. A nice big cup of hot sudsy water to get rid of the fleas in. Flea combs, unscented dish soap. We've got tweezers, a heating pad to put the kittens on after they are bathed. You always want to make sure they're warm. Hand towels so that we can dry them off. And of course a blow dryer. Always be very, very careful when using those. I'll show you how to do it in just a moment. And last but not least, you want the flea-ridden kitten in question. Now to start, I am going to put just a little bit of a ring of dish soap around the kitten's neck because those fleas are going to try to escape up into his ears and nose. So you put just a little ring, and you're a little floofer bug. Hi. Like a little collar, and then you want to do a little bit of a dab right at the base of the ears, right here, and right here. There we go. That way they don't try to escape into there, right, puppy? We're not having that. All right, so next, got some sudsy water going, and I'm going to dip the kitten in here, and oh. There you go, baby. And you want to keep his head out of the water. I know, baby. Make sure the water is not too hot. You want to test it on your forearm. Make it about as warm as you would like milk water, pretty much. You don't want these babies to ever be too warm, right, baby? And what I do is I try to time it to where I'm bathing them for about 2 minutes. Keep the kitten fully like up to its neck. Do not keep its head under that water. I keep the body in the water for about 2 minutes to kill the fleas. So essentially you're drowning the fleas off of the kitten's body. I know, baby. You're gonna feel so much better when all those nasty little jerks are off of you. Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and I'll be right back at you guys. All right, so now that I have soaked the little suckers off of him, I am going to go through his hair with a comb, and still, even some of these little suckers have gotten into the face area. And so what I do, instead of actually washing his face, is I will take a comb and gently, because you don't want soap to get in little one's eyes, right? So I'll gently take the comb and go around the face area, and sometimes like right here I can even see them, but I start plucking them off of his face. Hey, baby. And just get them away from him. Come on, baby. So I don't know how well you guys can see these little suckers, but I've got one right there, and they're just, if you look at his little eye, you can see it right there on his face. So we want to get these little guys off. So you're going to go through and just the little suckers off of their face and anywhere else you see them. Use the Flea comb to comb through their body. And these guys are just dying on you, little buddy. Yeah, that's a good thing. So you're gonna go through and just pull all of these little guys, and it can take a while to do all of this, but essentially you don't want to keep the kitten wet for longer than, I would say, like 4 minutes. And you want to keep them as warm as possible while you're doing this. So try to keep them in the water and nice and warm. What I do is I take them off to a different sink in my home in the bathroom, and then I rinse them and get rid of all those nasty little fleas. So I think, ew, poor thing. And they're just falling out all over my hands and everywhere else. So I've got a total of 4 of these guys to get defleed. But you just want to make sure that you're very, very thorough in getting those little suckers off, because fleas are really nasty. Again, as I mentioned before, they can lead to anemia and all kinds of, all kinds of issues. All right, we're just about done though. I think we killed them. We drowned them all off of you because they're all in the water now. Yay, baby. All right, so I'm gonna finish this little guy up and then we're going to wash him or rinse him. Hi, baby. Thank you. He is all bathed, all rinsed, but even after I have rinsed him, I'm continuing to pluck any that I see, and I'm still continuing to comb to make sure that there's no more fleas. Those guys are masters at hiding out, and I don't want any of those little critters on this guy. So I'm just going to do a nice thorough comb through. Oh, we got one on your paw, I think. Yep, let's get him off. Come on. So yeah, just tweezing him off and combing through, making sure each and every one of them is gone to the best of my ability. So I try to do it as gently as possible because I really, on top of it, don't want little one to get traumatized in the process. Ultimately, my goal is to just do this in the safest and most gentle way possible. So here we go. Oh, found another juicy freaking flea. These guys are everywhere. Hi. And you want to make sure that you're using really good tweezers, because I found that when I use cheaper ones, these guys get away. So I went and made sure I got a nice solid pair of tweezers to get rid of these guys with. And I don't know if you guys can see that little sucker. So I'm going to finish tweezing them, and I'll show you how to get him dried off in a way that makes it so he's nice and safe and so it doesn't fry his skin. Just some of the fleas that came off of this little one. There's even more in the bath water. So as you can see, I had the blow dryer on the lowest possible setting, both with heat and with airflow. So he's all nice and dry, and I just continue to comb him even after he's been bathed and blow dried. And he has no more fleas, at least not from what I can see. Now I've got to go finish the rest of his litter mates and move on with my day. So I hope this video was helpful to you. If it was, please give me a like and a follow, and we'll see you in the next one.